Hi everyone, this is Farah and I'm here at the Health 2.0 Conference Dubai. I have here with me Dr. Zeina. Welcome.
Welcome, Farah.
Can
Thank
you
you.
please introduce yourself and your organization?
Yes, my name is Dr. Zeina Ghossoub, and my organization is actually two organizations. One in the United States, it's called Vital Science, Vital Skills, and the second one is Embrace to Create in the Middle East. One is focused on healthcare and mostly burnout, helping the physicians and the nurses and all the paramedical team going through a better well-being and being less burnt out. And the second is in the Middle East, coaching from leadership to empowering women to coaching across the corporate well-being at work and all of that.
So, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you for the award.
Thank you.
Can you tell me how it felt to receive that kind of recognition?
Well, really, it's amazing that just to be recognized and to be able to see and get in touch with us and see that the work that we're doing is not going, for waste. I'm not going to say waste, but it's appreciated. So I really enjoyed that.
Now, I'd like to ask you some questions about both of your companies. Can you tell us what inspired you to start those businesses and what is the goal that you're trying to achieve?
Actually, I have 5 businesses. Actually, I have 2 coaching schools, and one in the Middle East and one in the United States. And Vital Science, Vital Skills in the United States is part of those. The other is a wellness center in Beirut that works with the GCC area. And I also have the Embrace to Create. And I also am a part consultant in a company that's nutritional genomics. So I come from a background of dietetics. So I hold a PhD in nutrition and dietetics, and I hold a PhD in counseling and human behavior, and I'm a master for coach. So across the years, my focus was how will I serve a human being to better be their best self. So it started with dietetics, and then it moved into coaching because the modality of coaching talks about the human being as being the most resourceful in themselves. You have the inner gold is in you. And so that search led me to coaching and the power of coaching and rewiring of your neurons and your connections in the brain. And that in turn led me into human behavior. And this is how I went into all of these businesses. It's like I want to help people understand that they can take their lives in their hands by the reins, and they can conquer everything they need to conquer.
That is truly inspiring. And I love how you started out with, something that is concerned with the physical health.
Yes.
And then you moved on to something that is concerned with the mental health and the brain. So that is because it's very important to take care of both.
So the story is, so I started off as a dietitian, one of the earliest dietitians in Lebanon and the Middle East. And what I found that the success rate of committing to a dietetic plan, it doesn't matter, a diabetic or a cardiovascular disease plan or a weight loss plan or a renal plan, it doesn't matter. The compliance was very low with the client, with the patients then and there, and the success rate was only 25%. So that led me to thinking, like, where are we going wrong as dietitians? And this is how I bumped into coaching. Because in coaching, you actually, the responsibility is on the client. It's not on the counselor or the dietitian. So they take full responsibility and accountability for changing their life. And the coach acts like a vehicle to help them in a series of tools to actually help them reach their goal and anchor that goal. And that really, this is how all of this started. It's just really how to serve human being getting better medically and physically, and then mentally, because physiology is always before psychology.
For sure. That is truly inspiring work. Thank you for all of that.
Thank you.
Now, I'd like to ask you about your experience at this conference so far. Did you network with people here? Did you learn something new? Tell us about it.
Yes, I have actually. I've met a lot of interesting people, and I was part of a panel, the mental health stigma panel. And what's really interesting about our panel is that we come from different parts of the world, and that unique flavor to that panel gave me, first of all, a lot of friends that I consider now, because we've been together working since before the conference, just to get the panel to life. And then I get to meet a lot of people here that are really of high value. So it was a really beautiful experience so far.
We're pleased to know you're having good experience here. Can you share any social media platforms that you're on, if in case anyone wants to reach out to you?
Yes, it's my name, Dr. Zeina Ghossoub platform, or Vital Science, Vital Skills, or VSEN, or Coach to Transform. All my companies, they all have social media platforms.
That's perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Dr. Zeina, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Farah, and thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome.